Everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Saurav Ghosh. I hope you guys are doing well. So today I have come up with another video. So before exams, this is something which is very important from the examination point of view. Even for your higher studies, students pursuing chartered accountants, they also need this thing very importantly. But I am giving you the basics, not the advanced things, because I am student of high secondary second year, not a student of BCom degree level like. So today we will do accounting ratios, that is the topic, and under the heading liquidity ratio we will be doing the first ratio, that is current ratio. Here I have picked the wrong pen. Current ratio. So today we will do some sums. Basic concepts will not be available in this video. Persons who don't have basic concepts of accountancy, like what is asset, what is liability, what is current asset, what is current liability, they can go and watch some other videos. It is not presently available in my channel, but we will solve the sums. Basic concepts can't be explained in such a short hour. This video is especially made for one of my subscriber who is a cricket player, and he came back from his match and doesn't have any idea about these things. So to give a rough estimate idea, the video is being made. Current ratio equals to current assets by current liabilities. That is the formula. Nota bene, there is a nota bene. Rule of thumb for current ratio is 2:1. That is 2:1 current ratio is considered as a ideal ratio or standard ratio. Remember, there is always a standard ratio or ideal ratio, but for not all, for some cases. And for this case, the ideal ratio is 2:1. If you get a ratio of 2:1, remember you have got a standard ratio, or that is also known as ideal ratio. I hope everything is visible. Yeah, everything is visible. So we will solve sums. Sum 1. Calculate current ratio. Inventory equals to 55,000. Cash 37,000. Creditors 48,000. Debtor 40,000. Bills receivable 20,000. Advance tax 40,000. Sorry, 4,000. Debenture 2 lakh. Furniture 40,000. Bills payable 28,000. Bank overdraft 4,000. Handwriting is very bad. I don't have time. I have to go somewhere. But the place where I am going today, there is Wi-Fi available. So I am just making a video so that I can upload it. And due to exam pressure, my family is not allowing me to do anything, like to make videos or something like that. I am not allowed to do so. I hope everything is visible. Yeah. Bank overdraft 4,000. Equity share capital 5 lakh. Interest accrued Accrued means money earned but not received. 4,000. 40, not 40,000, 4,000. ASEC 2013. This came in the final exam 2013. ASEC means Assam High Secondary Education Council. This is the format of doing. First of all, give the heading. Calculation of current ratio. Now you write the formula. Current ratio equals to current assets by current liabilities. In this video, the video length should be small and we should cover more things. That's my motive. That is my motive. Now, current asset. Current assets means short-term assets in simple words. Detail can't be explained in this video. Comment section is for you all. You all comment what you have understand, what you have not understand, and what you want me to do next. It is totally up to you. So if you want the videos to be explained by me, these topics, the current asset, current liabilities, basic concept, go and comment in the comment section. I will make. Definitely I will make. Cash. Cash was 37,000. You write here cash plus bills receivable plus advance tax plus interest accrued plus debtor plus inventory. I don't have the time to write, time as well as necessary patience to write now, but you write. 20,000 bills receivable plus advance tax 4,000 plus interest accrued 4,000 plus debtor 40,000 plus inventory 55,000. So 37,000 plus 20,000 plus 4,000 plus 4,000 plus 40,000 plus 55,000. Inventory 55,000. If you sum it up, you will get the answer as 1,60,000. Current liabilities. Is it visible? Yeah, it's visible. Current liabilities. Creditors plus bills payable plus bank overdraft. Creditors was 48,000, bills payable 28,000 plus bank overdraft 4,000. Sum it up, you will get the answer as 80,000. Therefore required current ratio 1,60,000 divided by 80,000, 2:1. This is the ideal ratio. The sum is completed. You will get the full marks. Next sum. Next, we will not move to a simple sum. We will solve a complex sum. Because now there is no time for me to explain you and build your concept. There is lack of time. Sum 2. This is a very tough sum. You need to apply the concept. Without concept you can't do this sum. Simply formula, merely putting a formula will not help you. We have to calculate current ratio. You see, total assets 4 lakh. Fixed asset 2 lakh. Fixed asset means non-current asset. Capital employed 3 lakhs. Now, first of all, two things you require. You need current assets and current liabilities to find the answer. How will you find current assets? If total assets are given, total assets means current asset as well as non-current asset, and if we subtract current assets from total assets, the remaining will be non-current asset. You see, but here non-current asset is given, so from the total asset we will subtract the non-current assets. Like non-current assets are also known as fixed assets, like machinery, building. These are examples, some examples of fixed assets. That then we will get current asset. Current asset equals to Total assets minus fixed assets, 4 lakh minus 2 lakh. It means 2 lakh. First item we have got. Now you see there is a formula. Total liabilities minus capital employed equals to current liabilities. And in this sum, this is not a formula. In this sum here it is written. I have forgot to write this. Here there is no long-term investment. In the liability side of the balance sheet of the company format under the Companies Act 2013, there are 3 heading, means 4 heading, 4 board heading. Out of the 4, one is not required in high secondary level, that is share application money pending allotment, that is the heading number 2. This is not required in the high secondary level. Remaining are 3, that is shareholders fund, non-current liabilities, current liabilities. And in this sum, shareholders fund, this capital employed is given. It is clearly written that no long-term investment. So we can easily find out that current liabilities in a balance sheet, total assets equals to total liabilities. Since total assets is 4 lakh, therefore total liabilities will also be 4 lakh. Current liabilities. This is my mistake. I have forgot to give this part. There is no long-term investment. That means there is no, means what to say, there is non-current asset. 4 lakh minus 3 lakh capital employed. 1 lakh is the answer. Now therefore required current ratio, current assets divided by current liabilities, means 2 lakh divided by 1 lakh, which means 2:1. This is also a standard ratio. You have got the ideal ratio. Let's sum it up for today. The video is also quite, if we proceed more it will be more long, and I don't have time, and many of you also do not have time to watch these things now. Exams are very near. So I hope all the best for your exams. If you have liked the video, subscribe to my channel, give a like, and comment something which you want me to do, your suggestion, your grievances, your doubts, anything for the future action. And that's all. Thanks for watching this video.